Hello and welcome back, guys. I promised you to do a bit more applied energistics this episode, and as you can see, my lasers are still running. I have made a few more basic and advanced processors and are still cooking up some more basics. So all that's kinda cool. So yeah, let's go right into it. One of the first things I want to make is an import bus, I think it's called. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I think it's this one. Or could it be storage bus? Yeah, I think it's the import bus, so let's try building that one, and it's no worse than we can just make the other one if I'm wrong. But before I start building stuff, I have switched texture pack once again. Not the other one I used, which I couldn't remember the name of, which looks quite like this one, was called John Smith's Technic Remix, I think it was called. And I posted a link to the forum thread in my last video, and if you go through that, I'm not the only one who had problems or was annoyed that you couldn't read your GUIs. So there was a person who added Isabella texture packs GUI to all the stuff, so you can see now. I'm not quite sure I'm in love with this GUI but it's definitely better than not having one. I mean, I can actually see how much is in my stuff. So it's John Smith's Technic Remix with the Isabella texture packs GUIs, and I will post a new link in this video description, which will take you to the same thread as the last, but to the post with the link for this particular version of the texture pack. So, without further ado, let's start building an ME import bus. So for that we need some iron, some cable, a sticky piston, and an ME interface. And we need a conversion matrix. So a basic processor, some iron, we can make that quite easily, I believe. Let's go over here. And if I can hit the right spot. I didn't need glass for this part, but I do need some redstone. And then get the conversion matrix and glass. Yeah, okay, pretty simple. And then iron like this. Then we get the ME interface. We do have a piston, so we just need to make it sticky. And for that we are going to need some slime. And I do have Optify installed, so that's why when I press Control, I assume it's the only extra mod I have added to the pack. And it just helps with the texture pack, and yeah. So let's see if this is what I want. If I place it like this, it turned the wrong way, but we can fix that. I think I can use a Buildcraft wrench, which I have right here. Yep. think this is the right one I made. Yeah, good. So what does this do? Well, if we place an inventory next to it, any inventory, and if I could get up the stairs it would help. So let's just grab this chest right here. And just for fun we can grab some cobble and some marble. Correction, gravel and marble. Then we place the chest not there. Okay, that's taking forever. Okay. So, I will just find myself a pickaxe. If I still have one somewhere. Maybe in this bag. Nope. Okay, I'm having a few lag issues right now. I'll just figure out why and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back and I think I figured out what the problem was. I hope it's solved it, but my computer had apparently decided it was time for a backup. So, running a backup while doing stuff like this takes quite a lot of power. And I was looking for a pickaxe, that's right. I really don't have one of those anymore. I have lots of goodies. But apparently no pickaxe, so we'll just make one. And we'll make it out of green sapphire. Even with all this extra cool stuff, you still need a pickaxe once in a while, apparently. And that one has connected to something, or had connected. Interesting. That was definitely not part of the plan. And this chest is getting full quite quickly. So I will just go turn off the quarry, because go in the door. Thank you. Okay, we picked up quite a lot. And then I think we're back to carrying exactly what I wanted to. Good. So, this time, if I can place the... Good. Good. Let me place this inside, and you can see it's already starting to disappear. Why is that, you may ask, and rightfully should. It's because of the import bus. Now, currently it's set to single. That's why you can see they're disappearing one by one, but I can set it to stacks, and then it should be empty, yeah. So this one is basically just pulling out. You can have it to pull out specific things, if you said, and it will only pull out basic processors. And it's a ghost image, just so. You can set it so it's always active, so it's active when it's not receiving a redstone signal, or of course when it's only active when it's receiving one. And then once per pulse, which is kind of cool if you only want to pull out stuff when pressing a button or something like that. But I'm just going to keep it always active and moving stacks. Now I have no idea how much it managed to pull out before, so nothing apparently. Oh, it wasn't connected, that's right. But you can see the marble and gravel are now, or were now, part of our ME system. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Connect the bus to this chest over here, so everything that goes all the way through the sorting system without getting sorted ends up in the ME system. That's the plan for now. At a later date, almost everything will probably go into the ME system. Because, yeah, why not? So let's think the best way to do this is go underneath the floor like this, and then we run into some cabling there. Yeah, I'll just figure out exactly where I want these things, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've decided that I want them over here. So let's move them. So the ME controller is the one that needs power. Stop doing that. And the access we actually want upstairs, so that's fine. And the drive we want here. And we need to have the storage unit inside. Then we need the bus down here, which is there. And then I need my wrench, which I, for some reason, put away. Good. And we wanted to pull out stacks, and good. Then I did have some ME cables up here. 33 should be more than enough. I'm a bit careful using this one, because sometimes you dig out much more than you want to. So this should work. And you can see this is now empty. And we should see that we can't see anything without the monitor, of course, or the access terminal. So let's just close the floor back up, so it looks nice and tight. Good. And then I need to figure out where I want the access terminal up here exactly. And I'm thinking right about here. So that was not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then I think maybe I could go through the wall. Would that be a good idea? Because if I'm... Okay. Going through the wall is not a good option, I can see that. But then again, going down there is not a good option either. So if I just make a hole here. Okay guys, so I decided to do it like this. So you can see like that. And good. Then we have the cable set up. And you can see we are storing quite a few things already. So let's go upstairs. You can see I've moved the barrels and the cable is right there. So I'm placing the terminal there. You can see it lights up. And we can right click it. And then we can see everything we have stored in there. And we can check things out by left clicking. And we can put things back in. You can also take out half a stack. Normally you will take out a full stack. I don't know if you can take out only one at a time. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Oh well. Doesn't look like you can. Furthermore, you can sort by numbers. So we have quite a lot of strength. You can sort by priority. I don't really know what that's... who set that priority. But yeah. Or we can sort by name. Alphabetically. But I like to sort by number, and furthermore we can search. Let's just try drone. Then you can see only drones. So quite cool. We can since it's by number, we can choose if it's highest first or last. And then here we can see that currently we are seeing everything that can be stored or crafted inside this. You can change it so it's only stored or only craftable. Currently we cannot craft anything inside this machine. So yeah, so that's the setup I'm going to go with for now. And see, everything that's not being sorted by barrels is going to go into this machine, and eventually everything will be stored in our ME network, but we just don't have enough room right now for that. So we need to have more storage inside there before we can do that properly. And we will also set up the ability to craft through it. And it has quite a lot of possibilities, because when setting up crafting, obviously everything that you can craft on a crafting table can be crafted through this machine once you have set it up. You just have to tell it the recipes first. So sort of like the project table, you can make those plans for it. You can do something similar here, but you have to do it if you want it to craft. But you can also, if you connect stuff like a furnace to it, you can have it auto smelt stuff for you. In other words, you can tell it that iron bars can be made into refined iron through some process, and it will put the iron bars into the furnace and make refined iron whenever you ask it to. So that's quite cool. But yeah, I think that's what the ME or applied energistics we're going to look into this episode. Because the next thing I'm going to look at is an Auto-Enchanter. Yeah. So I'll just figure out exactly how I'll build, not how I build the Auto-Enchanter, I know that, but how I'll build the room for it. Because I want it next to my enchanting room. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have flattened out a little terrain over there, and I forgot two little things in here. Not in there, and that's not supposed to be. I forgot that one and that one. Okay, So I have flattened out the terrain next to my enchanting house, and I have made my wire, my redstone energy conduit, go in under and coming up here, and I have made a tube of liquid ducts that goes into my monster essence tank. So we are drawing that out, and then we need some flooring. I've decided to go with blue saccharide bricks just because I had some lying around. And I think this is going to be marble. And then I'm going to build the main house out of marble bricks. Yeah, so it fits in with the enchanting house next to it. Because it's going to be sort of like another room to that one. So I think I'll build this off camera, so you don't have to see me building. But yeah, I can just show you the basic gist. I'm going to place blue saccharide bricks up in the roof, and then glass here in the middle. And then now you can already see what the house is going to look like, sort of. So I'm going to show you how to build the other Auto-Enchanter. So you use factory machine block, diamond on each side, 3 books, and plastic sheets. Gives you the Auto-Enchanter. Yes. And then place that one here. You can see it has a tank which just got full by monster goo, and it has a battery which is currently being filled. Then we have the progress bar, and we have the idle bar. Then here in the middle you can choose how many levels you want to put into your item, and over here you put in your item, and once it's done it will come out down here. You can see it used a little group, and it's using power, and that one is rising. Normally the goop should go down, but because we have so much and it's being pumped in, it doesn't really go down. And it used its power pretty fast, which is probably means we are not adding as much power as we are using, which we might have to look into at a later point. So I'll just let that run and build a house, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the house is finished, and you can see this is what it looks like. I put some torches outside the door, an obsidian pressure plate because only players can activate those, and yeah. So it's not quite done yet, probably because it's not getting enough power, but it does take quite a lot of time for the Auto-Enchanter to enchant, unfortunately. But then again, you don't have to go out to get a lot of levels. You can just set up a monster trap like that and gain a lot of level that way. So I don't quite think I can make anything else this episode due to time, but not complete at least. But I am going to make this the backpack and maybe upgrade it to a lab pack. Yeah. And if you don't know what a backpack or lab pack is, it's basically just a big battery which you have on your back. So why do I want one of those? Because I'm wearing a jetpack. Well, I know a lot of people love the lab pack because they use electrical tools. I think I have, yeah, the chainsaw, the electric wrench, the drill, and lots of the others, the mining laser, if you build that one and stuff like that, all can charge from the backpack. But I am rarely using any of those things, am I? I do use the chainsaw when I'm jumping down trees, but I'm not going to make a lab pack just for that, even though it could be useful. Did I already make one, actually? Something in the back of my head is telling me I already made one. I did. I'm not going to make a backpack. Sorry, guys. You see, it's nice because the chainsaw doesn't hold that much power, as we talked about last time. So why do I want to upgrade it when I use it so rarely? Well, you can upgrade the lab pack into an advanced lab pack, and then we are storing a lot of power. But again, why do I need to store a lot of power when all I'm using it for is when I, once in a while, have to take down some trees? Well, I want to upgrade that advanced lab pack into something extremely cool. An advanced jetpack. And I cannot find my lapis lazuli. Have that there. And thanks to Greg Tech, I think I have to go down here and put that in the compressor. Why do I hear chests being opened all around me? That's weird. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so let's see if this one's... yeah, it's finished. You can see I got potency 2 and fire aspect 1. Maybe not the best enchants, but I think getting 2 enchants is more than usual. I think you usually only get 1 enchant on books. So this way I got 2, which is quite cool. And again, I didn't use any of my levels, which is also quite cool. So yeah, I think I'm just going to try enchanting this sword. And see what happens. And then I hope our lapis lazuli is compressed into blocks. It was, and I got one too many, but I'll probably find a use for it at some point. And now, did I need advanced circuit or just a circuit? Advanced circuit, of course I did. And to take the advanced lab pack, okay, that's kind of easy, and I believe it's the advanced lab pack you need to make, yeah, the advanced jetpack, which is what we're going for. So we have the jetpack, soon we'll have the advanced lab pack. We need some carbon plates, some glass fiber, some advanced circuit, and engine booster. Carbon plates, pretty easy, I think we have that lying around. Now this is going to be complicated and something we're going to look into in the next episode. This one is not going to be made. So let's just make the advanced circuit, of course. So I need some glowstone and some more lapis lazuli. So like that. And a backpack in the middle. And we get a lab pack. And yeah, let's just upgrade it immediately. We might as well. So, advanced lab pack, laboratory crystals, lapis lazuli, and normal circuits. Good. Two of those. And that one there. Oops. Then we get a laboratory crystal, one of those, like this, and wasn't that the recipe? Oh, it needs to be an advanced circuit, of course. Of course, of course. So, like this, we have the advanced lab pack. And basically, it can just store a lot of power, and I can see my jetpack needs to be fueled. But at the same time, you can see up in the top left corner, it tells me how much power that's on it. Only 4%, which is bad. But still, quite cool. And once we upgrade it to the advanced jetpack, we will see that up there still, which is something I'm looking forward to. So, until next time. Oh wait, before I leave, do you like this texture pack? I really like it, but I want to make you guys happy as well. So I might go back to the old one, if you prefer that one, the Sortex, I believe it's called. This is John Smith's technical remix, and either way I'll take one of those if you want me to. But this isn't the real John Smith, this is the real John Smith's with Isabella's APIs. That's why that's the change, as I said earlier, mostly so we can see the numbers. So do you like that one, or do you want me to go back to the true John Smith? Do you want me to go to the Sortex? Or there is actually a fourth possibility, or fifth actually. The fourth is I can go to Swax Pure BD. I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but yeah, I like that one as well. It's quite a lot more cartoony than this one, and that was a creeper. But still. So, tell me in the comments, either here on YouTube or in the Feed the Beast forums, which texture pack you would like me to use. And the fifth option are of course just vanilla textures. So those are the 5 options. So tell me which one you like, and preferably leave a like, and yeah, take care of yourself until we see each other next time. Bye.